Okay, so we're going to sit up in a staggered stance. That means one foot's forward, one foot slightly back. Usually when I set people up in this position, what they do is they take a far too large stride. We want about half a foot between the heel and the big toe. From here, we're going to soften the front knee. This front knee is going to stay soft throughout this entire exercise. From here, we're going to take that back foot and we're going to tap it. Now, if you can't tap the foot, it means you're stepping too far back and you're splitting your weight between your feet. We want all the weight over this front foot and a nice stack with ribs over pelvis. Okay? From here, then, we're going to take the seam, the front seam of the trouser, and I want you to turn it into your knee. That is important later on during the exercise. We're going to place one hand on the hip, one hand on the glute, and keeping the eye line, the head on top of the ribs and pelvis, all really nicely stacked. We're just going to slowly start hinging forward, and that means lifting our sitting bone up. Now everything stays long, knee stays forward, foot stays relaxed, toes should not be gripped, and we're going to slowly come down and down. But all of this is happening because of the glute. Nothing is happening from a change in my spine or the knee coming backwards. So everything is wherever the sitting bone is lifting. You'll feel in your hands, your trousers lengthening over your bum cheek. Now when you find a point that you feel, oh, that's quite tough, I want you to relax and bring the arms forward and just let them hang in a relaxed way down to the floor. In there, make sure you've got your knee forward, and I want you to keep the sitting bones up and nice length through the spine. Watch out for spinal flexion dropping down here. We want a really nice long spine. And then all we're going to do is take some nice inhales, silent inhale, and then a nice smooth exhale. Check in on the toes and the knee, make sure everything's coming forward. You can actually imagine a golden thread pulling from your head, pulling you forward to create more length through that glute. And just one last thing to check, you want to make sure your pelvis is completely flat. Sometimes what you'll see is the top side leg is high or low. We want to make sure we're balanced. We're using this leg, the left standing leg, to hold the entire weight of both legs. And then we'll get maximum length through that glute. Okay, to finish, we're going to push the foot through the floor, keeping the knee forward, and we're going to come back up to stand exactly the way we came into it. So a nice stack over that front leg.